I'm really onto it now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for another game in our tournamentship between Mitoe and Cohenski. Mitoe, of course, known to be a really good player, and Cohenski, perhaps not so well known because he's been absent for a while, but his main civ is Aztec, and Mitoe and Cohenski have been battling it out before, haven't they? What do you know about them?
Yeah, they both used to be Mac players, like back in the day. So they used to play on Game Ranger long before they came to the ESO scene. To be honest, yeah, I think they used to be like two of the best players on Game Ranger on the Mac scene. Really? I remember Mitoe was saying he thought he was the dog's bollocks before he came to ESO. Then he realised that he wasn't quite all that he thought he was made up to be. But to be fair, now he's made up the skill level difference, and he's certainly probably one of the favourites to take the tournament, or at least reach the semi-finals, the finals. And yeah, Cohenski's probably been a bit more inactive, as you said, recently, but he's still a pretty solid player. I think Mitoe was telling me earlier, Cohenski been practicing a little bit in secret, maybe getting in a few games this week.
Yes.
So yeah, we'll see what he can bring to the table. And we got kind of a different matchup here: Ottomans versus China on Tibet.
Have they ever played this matchup before?
Wait, have they ever played it before?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen videos of them playing France and Aztec, but
they've probably done it at some point, to be honest. I think both these civs are a great pick on this map, to be honest. Normally, I mean, in the past we've seen a lot of China mirrors on here, but I think it's branched out a bit recently. Ottomans is a pretty good counter. You can do a nice a few good things with them, sort of semi-FFs. You can rush if you want. I think China's maybe a bit still favoured, but we'll see. Cohenski might have some sort of strategy prepared. He might go for the trading post, might want to get stagecoach, or might just go for the fast rush. Though he did drop the market in age 1.
Yeah, so, but he hasn't researched hunting dogs yet.
Oh, is he not?
No.
Oh.
My screen is completely empty.
Maybe he was just building it for the XP. Yeah, get that first shipment rolling in a bit sooner.
Alright.
Yeah. Mitoe, on the other hand, he's got his 2 villages up. We got the yaks gathering next to them. They do gain food a bit slower on the EP, but still, he's gonna get a big food boost in about 5 minutes time. And he got quite a few yaks as well, which is pretty nice. Against Ottoman, you can usually get a few more yaks than if you're playing against another civ, because oh, hang on, did you see his explorer? He just got the crit in just in time. I was worried Mitoe was going to lose his explorer. He might have been.
He did.
He did.
No.
Wow. Nice.
That's just awesome.
He misjudged that. Yeah.
And if Cohenski finds him, that's just 90 or 80 coin just to pick up. Is he moving that way? Oh, sadly, he isn't.
Well, I think he's seen this 85 wood, which will be nice for him, but he might head back in that direction, so we'll have to watch out. And Mitoe does have his disciple, so he can pick up his explorer at some point. He won't have to send like a village all the way out there to revive him, which could be a bit annoying.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice to have that disciple. But we'll see. It might trigger like Cohenski, because if this disciple walks past, like Cohenski might kind of zone in on it and try and snipe it down.
And he's moving back, isn't he?
Yeah, he might see this.
They must see each other, right?
His monkey, because he's got his one of them's going to see it.
Yeah,
you'd think
he's going to see it.
No, he's not. He's not. I think the monkey
saw it. He's going to pick it up. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's.
However, Mitoe has already 18 villages now.
Yeah, I it sucks for Mitoe that he's going to lose this treasure probably, but it's not too bad because like we can see, he's filled up all the slots on both his villages, so he's got a lot of livestock there. Which I think I was trying to say earlier, as Ottomans, when they go and try and build the trading post, they lose a lot of time trying to go around the map and get yaks. In fact, I'm surprised Cohenski, he actually has 6 yaks, so he did fairly well for himself there, to be honest.
Yep, right. Oh, he's putting down another trade post. Do you think he's going to go for an upgrade trade route?
Yeah, at this point,
Might
I would tend to think he would. Most of the time, that's what we see. But occasionally, some Ottoman players, they just like to get 2 trading posts just for the experience. And actually, maybe that is what he's doing, because if he was going for stagecoach, we'd see the 700 wood coming in, but instead he ships 700 coin. So I think he just wants the experience. Oh, okay. So he's probably gonna. His idea is he's gonna age up really fast, presumably, and then he's going to like use the double XP from the trading post to really get a really fast timing going. I would imagine.
Yeah, but he hasn't got Silk Road in his deck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think this is an FF deck? It's a bit heavy in the third age, indeed. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to use his shipments to just spam like the age 3 stuff. So we'll see the 2 falconets and things like 5 hussars to 8 jans coming out.
Right.
I'll have to see if Mitoe figures out what's going on.
Don't know. Mitoe has been talking a bit of smack about the sheep that has been stolen from him.
Yeah, I think that's just how Mitoe plays his games. He just feels comfortable like typing in the chat when things are going wrong and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's checking around with his explorer. I think you see where Mitoe positioned his explorer. I think he's checking to see, is Cohenski going to go for that third trading post? Yeah. Because if he is going to go for that kind of stagecoach play, Mitoe's going to want to know about it, because it will give him a lot more time. But he can see that Cohenski's not doing that. He sees that Cohenski's aged up, but he aged up at like 6:15, that's really fast. And Mitoe now knows he's got a lot less time, so we can see like how many villages he's dumping on this wonder. I think it's all 8. So that's like
the maximum, isn't it? 8 villages, yeah.
Yeah, he knows with the age up time, like something sketchy could be coming. Well, I think Cohenski's going age 4.
Is he?
Just looking at his resources, he's got no infrastructure. He's got 200 coin banked. Everyone's on food. There's the 1k coin shipment.
Oh yeah, he is.
My goodness, we're about to see some industrial action, possibly a revolt. I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't want to open the decks because I know it will cause like a little lag spike. But so I kind of just have to guess like what age 4 shipments. But a revolt could be on the cards. But we could also just be seeing 2 bombards, factories, that kind of thing. We'll have to wait and see. But he's definitely going age 4. And yeah, he's even going to eat the axe to try and get there a bit sooner. Mitoe came in with the monkey. Did he see the 1k coin? He might have just seen the 1k coin.
And especially because there are virtually 0 units in his base. He's got nothing yet. Both players have no military units. What is Mitoe going to do then? Is he going to go FI as well? As soon as he realizes this.
I am wondering. I mean, he's got 156 wood banked, but there's no like racks coming down. He's got no one on wood, and Mitoe's eating his own yaks.
Yeah, he is. Huh?
I think he's got. Yeah, I think you might be right. We're gonna have like a double fast industrial sort of thing.
But Cohenski is going to be faster.
He will. He'll be much faster. And yeah, I'm interested to see what he does with it. If he's going to go for this revolt strategy, or if he's just going to play it out with like the bombards and the factories.
Well, indeed, he's got 30 seconds left to go.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And yeah, Mitoe he's definitely going industrial. There's the 1k wood. I think that's the revolt. I think he's going for a revolt. Because otherwise you'd probably save that and spam some industrial shipments.
So he's going for the Imperial Hussars with no factories. Just sends the bombards and then tries to take out his entire town with just the Hussars and the bombards. What do you think? Well, you did say that there's going to be a lag spike if I check the decks, but let me check the deck. Oh, he's got a 2 bombard card. It's... but of course after the revolution he can't send it. Indeed, Mitoe, a very interesting game. Well, Cohenski is first. He's popped at 30. And Mitoe has age up as well. And I think Wicked is currently occupied with something else, so I shall take over. Currently, Mitoe is aging as well, and Cohenski is still popped at 30, so he's trying to get the resources together to go for a revolution, I believe. And he's almost got it. He's sent one factory at least. And there we have it, almost very close, 970. Only a few more coin to go. And I'm totally going to expect him to click it in now. Yeah, and he's clicked it. There we go. We're having a revolution, people. And very smartly, he's put those 5 hussars over here, and they will be Imperial as well. So it's got... This is incredibly OP. He's got 15 Imperial hussars and 20 colonial militia, and of course 1 Freitag the monkey, and heading out now with 1 factory.
Something I've completely overlooked, which I've only just realized, is Mitoe shipments. He had 3 units. His 3 shipments stacked because he's only sent the villager card and the 700 wood. So actually he can ship huge amounts of army, because China can ship an insane amount of army, but he needs to get population space. Really, this village he was trying to build hasn't gone up, so that's going to keep him popped at 78 out of 60. And you know, at the moment, like, Cohenski's army's stronger. If Mitoe can get out every one of his shipments, which he's stacked up, so he's got another one on the way now, I think he'll be fine actually, because China has some insane military unit shipments. So Mitoe's building like 2 villages rapidly, but he needs to get them out before he gets popped. And Cohenski kind of, you know, senses that if he sieges the villages, Mitoe might not be able to get anything out. So he's zoning in on the villages.
Yeah, but Mitoe is sincerely popped right now. He's at 78 and he's got 60 space. And so he's desperately trying to build houses indeed. But those colonial militia, they have 20 siege. I mean, they're just incredible skirmishes.
Yeah.
How can you protect your town from that? He's taking out the tower instead of the town center. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, killing anything here is nice. He's got 16 extra colonial militia. I think, like, the TC, in theory, you kind of want to kill it, but you're always a little bit worried just because it has a lot of hit points, and you think, oh, if you don't get it, and yeah. And plus, he knows, because China has villages, they're always going to get shipment points anyway. So maybe the TC isn't such a high priority target against China, because you're not really going to knock out their shipments. So I think I like Cohenski's decision to go for the villages first, because they're like 20 population each if you can take them out. And yeah, he's going to go for the TC now, which is nice. And
Mitoe is now able to send his shipments in because he's got 130 pop.
Yeah, and he's gone for old hand reforms as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these are really strong pike and really strong Chuko news. Is it going to be strong enough? I honestly don't know.
Well, these Chokonus are being caught out in a really bad spot right now. This colonial militia is just going to shred through those pikes.
Yeah. On the one hand, it's kind of nice that he's getting into the trees because it makes it a bit awkward for the hussars, but Cohenski getting lots of damage done. I don't think Mitoe has enough here, does he? He's way down in the population. Those pikes are almost gone. The hussars are still there, which means the Chuko news are going to die. I think there might be one more shipment on the way, possibly. I could be wrong on that. I mean, Cohenski's just cleaning this up. There's the intervention, the last shipment. I don't think it's going to be enough, Radix. What do you reckon?
Absolutely not. Another shipment from his town center coming in from more colonial militia. And look, well, he is really microing his musketeers really well, isn't he?
Yeah.
They have been able to kill down quite a few of hussars.
Yeah, and the thing is, the longer this goes on, the harder it becomes for Cohenski to replenish his army. The one thing he does going for him, we have to remember he has a factory actually, which is nice, so he can slowly trickle in hussars. I've noticed that Cohenski's been switching the factory from food to coin, so he's using it for the hussars rather than, you know, training next to colonial militia, which is quite nice. I mean, at the moment, Mitoe should have the game. No, I'm sorry. I mean, Cohenski should have the game. But if Mitoe like keeps trying to, you know, run around the map, hide his villagers, you know, try and play it out super long term, he could sneak his way back into this. To be honest.
Let's hope so. However, this revolution is just so amazing. Like, you get Imperial Hussars upgrade just for free, and as you said, the more Hussars you make, the more dangerous it becomes for Mitoe. I mean, look at all these villagers. They're being caught out wide in the open, and the villager, and the village is just, yeah, he's doing the right thing, I think, right? He's running the villagers away.
Yeah. He does have 3 age 4 flying crows, right? And there's not that many hussars. So if he can somehow protect these flying crows, they can decimate these colonial militia.
This is going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen.
Yeah, Cohenski needs to not take a volley from here.
Oh.
All right. He only took 1 volley, so it's not so bad for him. He's now on a timer though. He needs to like either find more of Mitoe's villagers, or I don't know, maybe
running around his house in the top corner of the map. But Mitoe is hiding underneath in the south, and he's heading there right now.
Yeah, I think Mitoe might be. Mitoe's got another shipment on the way. So, I mean, if it's like 2 more flying crows, like I don't see how you could possibly kill 5 flying crows just, you know, body blocked by Mitoe's army. Mitoe's actually going out on the offensive though. I guess he knows it's okay because he can see where Cohenski's army is. It's a little bit risky though, because if his crows were to say get caught out of position by the hussar, it could be a bit risky. But I guess Mitoe knows exactly where the hussars are on the map.
Yeah, they've been killing his villages in the south.
Blimey, he's gone for a 9 Quang pikeman shipment instead of shipping the flying crows again. He's actually gone for 9 pikes. So he's decided actually what he wants is the just units to body block for the current flying crows that he has. And I guess they scared away the hussars, so that's nice for him.
This is going to be quite dangerous for Cohenski.
Yeah, he's not pulling his army back yet. In fact, he's kind of committing to sieging this. He actually pulled his army there, so he is actually just going to let his TC fall.
And the pikemen are moving in to block the hussars.
Yeah, Cohenski's not... Okay, he's retreating now, but I think it's not in time. He's going to lose his town centre. Yeah, that dies so fast.
Yep.
Wow.
And his factory is going down as well. Oh dear.
Yeah, he took too long to retreat, I think.
Yep.
Oh, he's going to... No, you can't go in with the hussars without the colonial militia there. It's suicide. So he gets 1.
He's taking down all the... there's 1 crow left.
He needs 1 more volley.
Oh, he's managed it. Oh, excellent. However, his army is going to be too late to save his factory, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like, it's possible that Cohenski can clean this up, but he's going to lose so much of his army. And Mitoe still is... He's 20 villagers, and he's got the Summer Palace, and he's got the Confucian Academy that can keep producing units. So, yeah, Mitoe's kind of doing the right thing. He knows his army will get kind of shredded, so he's just going to run away. He knows, like, the longer this goes on, Mitoe will just win out with this. Yeah, Cohenski's army cannot get any bigger. There's nothing... Yeah, he can't even research Stagecoach or anything like that. This is the maximum his army will ever be right now.
Exactly, he doesn't have a shipping point either. I mean, and his explorer is in Mitoe's base. Oh dear.
Yeah, he knows. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, that was really good.
I think Cohenski could have had that at
Yeah,
a couple of points
totally.
there. Yeah, but Mitoe outmaneuvered him at the end there. Turns out it was a good decision to go for his base. He knows that if you just take down the town centre and the factory, then yeah, like that's it really. You can't reinforce past that.
It's such a shame because Cohenski has killed so many units, 135. So he was doing really well until that point in the game where he decided to just stay there instead of like pulling his army back.
Yeah, I honestly thought he was going to have it at, like a couple of points in there.
Yeah.
But I think Mitoe he made some good decisions. And yeah, Cohenski wasn't able to react to those decisions in time.
Quite a shame.
Yeah,
he did quite well, especially for a player who hasn't been active in a very long time, has he?
Yeah, I don't really know how active Cohenski's been. I don't think he's been that active recently. So yeah.
Oh, the second map is indeed Florida.
Yeah, and since Mitoe won, he's going to have to pick first on Florida.
Interesting map, isn't it? With a few whales, lots of coin mines in the north, trade post route.
Yeah, I really like this map actually. Mitoe's just going for like a super safe pick, French.
Isn't that his main civ as well?
Oh. Mitoe's main civ. No, it should be Germany, unless maybe the recent Ulan changes have turned him up. But historically, his main civ has been Germany anyway. But I mean, for the most part, Mitoe plays most of the civs pretty at a pretty high level, so I don't think it's really an issue for him. I'm going to check if that's locked. He switched from French to Iroquois, so I don't know if he's just playing with a couple of civilization ideas, I guess. All right. When did Cohenski switch to Iroquois? Did he immediately switch to Iroquois after Mitoe had picked it?
I think he did so, yeah.
Is that a 41 level home city? Does he even have the like the? Do you even get 20? You only get like a 24 card deck. Not that it will make much difference, to be honest. But
well, at least he has got them all, but he's got only one deck, fairly standard. Not really prepared for any sea warfare.
He actually has an Iroquois civ that's a higher level, so I think that clicking this 41 must have been a misclick.
Oh, shall we tell him?
Yeah, wow. Yeah, if he greens him, because it looks like the decks on his other Iroquois home city are actually better.
He's gone for Sioux. What do you think of this matchup between Sioux and Iro?
Oh, this is a very classic matchup. See it all the time. But I honestly don't know how this matchup goes.
Well, I would expect Iroquois to get at least one trade post, but I don't know about Sioux. Does Sioux need a trade post?
Sioux usually does benefit from a trading post because they usually like to do semi-fast fortresses, at least from what I've seen, and any play style that involves a semi-fast fortress is usually pretty good with a trading post, just to get out those extra unit shipments in Age 3. So I could definitely see him taking a trading post, but they've also got decided if they want to spend the wood on TPs instead, as they now provide a little bit of an economic boost. So he might just do some sort of TP boom rather than a trading post, or you can kind of do both if you want. We'll see. That I think Cohenski just wants to look at the map now. All right,
okay.
Quit out of this.
It's a really interesting map. I just saw a game between Eyes MK and Riot Garia, which was awesome. Did you
My
see it as well?
favorite attack. No, was Garia streaming?
Yeah, no, Aizen was dreaming, and Garia was doing so incredibly well. I really thought it was going to win.
Tell me more.
Well,
What happened?
It ended up in the 4th age, in the industrial age, with Iroquois light cannon versus Russian heavy cannons, and it was just a massive onslaught of Bashkir ponies versus musket riders. It was just massive. I mean, I wish he would just highlight it for prosperity, but sadly.
All right. Oh, get in here, by the way.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm in the wrong game. Who's this? Oh, yeah.
Wait, whose game did you get tricked by?
some French player, Guyanese.
Yeah. All right, yeah. I know that guy.
Is he good?
Yeah, I think he's all right. Yeah. All right, so this is for real now. Cohenski just wanted to see the map, but now they're playing for reals.
Now, Iroquois could be really strong on this map, especially combined with C, but I don't think Cohenski's got a C deck.
I would be surprised if Mitoe had a C deck, actually.
Mitoe never plays C, does he?
I would be very surprised if any of them went C. Pleasantly surprised, though. That would be pretty cool. It's certainly more possible anyway than the previous EP with the fishing boats only costing 70 wood.
Exactly.
So I mean, Gungun busted out sort of Chinese water semi-FF on Indonesia. So I'm not going to rule anything out, but traditionally I don't think we'd be seeing water play from either of these civilizations, at least not super early. And they both starting off with the market, so we can see like Mitoe's already put a couple of vills to wood. Both of these players are going to be looking to get hunting dogs pretty early on. Yeah, Cohenski's doing the same. We got a vill on the mine and a few on the trees.
Yeah, I'm just checking out the hunts. Do we really have to check whether this map spawns correctly?
Yeah, hunts look alright. They've both got two. They're probably a tiny bit worse for Mitoe, but he's got the ones in the swamp are a little bit closer. They're just harder to see on the mini map. But yeah, his mines are a lot better actually.
Yeah, aren't they? He's got 6, and Mitoe's got 4. Do you see it? 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's got 6 in a row.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it. I'll mention that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Was it 2 extra mines, something like that?
Yeah.
All right, we'll see if they want to rehost or not. I'll just give them the choice because it was over a minute. So if they don't want to, then we'll just carry on. I mean, Cohenski's already picking up a 105 coin treasure, so that will already negate like 1/20th of the mine. So I think he's fairly happy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a good start. I mean, at this point, your things are running through your mind like, oh, I should go FF, I should do this, I should go that. 105 coin.
Exactly. I don't think you don't want to give up 105 coin. It's fine. Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mitoe actually used his travois for the farm. So all these sheep he's collecting, he can task them immediately to the farm.
That's
going to help. Yeah, that will help him fatten a lot faster. The other thing about the farm is it should get you your first shipment a lot faster. So we can see it's coming at 220. I think he must have got the farm down in time, but I didn't actually check. It's possible he missed getting the farm down in time, but I think he did because Cohenski's 3 villagers hasn't arrived yet.
Oh yeah, now you mentioned it, but Cohenski is almost ready to age up. That's a lot faster than Mighty.
Yeah,
it's clicked in now.
Yeah, like I said, I really don't know what to expect. Oh, Cohenski hasn't actually transferred any villagers over to Wood. I was kind of expecting that he might try and go for a couple of TPs or a trading post. But it looks like he's just going to gather a lot of food and coins. So we're probably just going to see a kind of a fast fortress or a semi-fast fortress with like 5 axe riders. Either of those are looking possible at the moment. In terms of what Mitoe's doing, it looks like is that the fast age up or not? I can't tell. There's a way you can tell. You like hover over something and it will tell you. I think it's pretty slow though.
Yeah, it is a slow one. Yeah.
Yeah. So that kind of indicates that Mitoe might be doing just a defensive semi-FF of his own. Oh, big treasure battle though.
Over 60 food.
Yeah. Yeah. He's lost a lot of health on his explorer because Mitoe had like a pirate who's he's all right in melee mode.
And the first trade post is going down for Mitoe. I had a look at his deck and I couldn't make much from it. Like it seems like a sort of a balanced deck for both H2 and H3 play.
Yeah, I think Mitoe's just going to play this reactionary. So I think his plan is, all right, play defensive, see like how aggressive Cohenski plays, and if he scouts Cohenski just doing a semi-FF, he'll probably just do a semi-FF of his own. Cohenski aged up with the 400 wood, so all right, okay. So this is why he didn't build a trading post. He decided he was going to wait for his 400 wood age up to come in, and then he's going to use 200 of that for the trading post. So yeah, that's one way you can do it. And yeah, Mitoe's gone for the defensive war hut, which is probably a nice way to play this matchup. Just play it reactionary, kind of see what the Sioux player is going to do, and try and get safely up to age 3 yourself.
And at least I think he's pressed the big button of his town center because that tomahawk pop. I don't think he made them. I think he.
Yeah, you might be right, actually. Yeah, because they did come out pretty quickly, didn't they?
Yeah. So he's expecting something.
Yeah, so it looks like Cohenski might be doing... he might get 5 axe riders before he ages up. I'm not sure. He isn't... Oh, I think he's... Alright, so he's queued 1 up. And... yeah, I guess once Mitoe senses no aggression is coming, I think he'll cut his tomahawk production. But at the moment, he is actually spending all his resources. Yeah, alright, so Mitoe's actually getting the upgrades from the farm. There's upgrades at the farm, which upgrades food gathering for all your villagers. So I was looking to see where his resources were all going into. But yeah, he's just playing it really economically heavy, so his villagers are going to be gathering really fast now.
Yeah, and Cohenski's just got the hunting dogs and 5 axe riders coming out right now.
Yeah, and he's definitely going to have 700 coin behind this. It should be arriving any moment now. Mitoe seems to actually be committing to age 2 more than I thought. It doesn't seem to be that he has any intention of aging, actually. And so yeah, he's seen like no cavalry from Cohenski, at least early on. So he's decided he wants to know what's going on. So he's going to push in, and he might be able to stop Cohenski gathering up these coin crates. But yeah, no, I don't think he's seen them on the floor actually, because that can sometimes be pretty annoying for the Sioux player. Though this big coin crate is closest to Mitoe's army, so Cohenski needs to pick this one up really fast. He's only got 1 villager on it actually. He's got the food he needs. He needs to pick up this coin a lot faster. Look at this crate; it's got 320 coins.
Just only 1.
Yeah, get the bills on it.
But Mitoe has moved away now, so
yeah.
I think he knows it, right?
Yeah.
And Mitoe is so invested in the second age.
Well, he was for a bit, but this is more what I expected from Mitoe. He kind of just pushed to get a sense of what's going on, and what he has discovered is that Cohenski is going to semi-FF. So Mitoe's just going to do the same thing now. We can see Mitoe's he's setting up his resources to go to the Fortress Age as well. So yeah, that's a safe way to play it. Just scout out the other player until you're absolutely sure you know what they're doing, and then you can react. So that's fine.
Both players have stacked shipments, but the two trading posts of Mitoe have provided him with 2 extra shipments, because he sent 600 wood and has almost 2 shipments stacked, whereas Cohenski has got only 1 and hasn't sent his wood yet.
Yeah, Mitoe's looking in a pretty good position because of that, and also his economy is just better at the moment. So Cohenski is just he's gonna have to work out some sort of timing. The thing Cohenski does have going for him is a slight military advantage at the moment. He managed to get out a lot of these the strong axe riders, and Mitoe really only has like 7 tomahawks really at the moment. So if Cohenski just goes all out military, he might be able to find a window. Oh, how did I even miss this?
How did we miss that? But he's done it. He's gone for the box.
The thing was, I didn't even like look, because I just assumed, oh, of course that's not going to happen. But it's funny because you mentioned it at the start. You said, oh, Iroquois, are we going to be seeing some more to play from him? I was thinking in my mind, what are you on about, Radix? Of course I'm not going to be seeing any water play from the Iroquois. And of course Mitoe's gone down. He's put down a dock here. Cohenski, I think, is going to siege it down, but he's going to have to get out of here pretty quick. Okay, Mitoe's playing it a bit hesitant. He's not sure if maybe like rifle riders are on the way, because if rifle riders were on the way, if he gets snared by the axe riders, the rifles would clean it up. So I think that's why Mitoe didn't exactly want to go in, even though he could have potentially taken that there.
Yeah, I think he was also waiting for his force prow shipment. They've arrived now. Yeah.
And I mean, these forest prowlers, they're boosted by the explorers, so these Wikinas can't really take them. I mean, these pirates are super annoying.
Oh, they're going to snare them.
Yeah, they just tank. It's got, you see, this pirate has 414 HP. It's just extra like tanking damage for your army that just like shouldn't be there. It's crazy.
And for free as well.
And he's got 30 hand resist, so like he must have soaked so many axe rider shots there. 9 tomahawk shipmen coming in. Cohenski, he's got 5 rifle riders reinforcing from the bottom, but I think they're going to come at a really bad angle and too late, because the Wikinas can focus them down. Yeah, he might even lose a second one before they do anything. Okay, he does get it away. Oh, he's going to lose. Good micro by Mitoe though. He took out 2 Wikinas and a third one there as well.
And an axe rider as well. This is looking pretty bad for Cohenski at the moment.
Yeah, Cohenski missed his window, I think. I mean, it was pretty small, to be fair. I don't think Mitoe gave him much of an opportunity to do anything. But it feels like it's over now. I mean, as Sioux, what you can do is you can kill these sheeps, which Cohenski's going to do, and just go all in for that dog rider, the dog rider big button, and hope that will be enough to like cream everything that Mitoe has. And the thing is, with the dog riders or the dog soldiers, I knew that didn't sound right. Dog riders. I was thinking when I was saying it, I'm getting something wrong here, but I couldn't quite figure out what it was. Anyway, sorry, what I was going to say is the thing with the dog soldiers is they have a 1.5 multiplier against all infantry, and that could actually work out quite well against what Mitoe's doing, because Mitoe chose not to go for the stable and actually chose to go double racks for the moment, tomahawk, forest prowler. And the thing is, the dog soldiers actually get a bonus versus tomahawks. I mean, it's not a huge bonus, but if Cohenski gathers for it and ships the 3 dog soldiers, which is what he's done, he could still have a second time in here, because Mitoe has nothing to kite him with, really.
I think Cohenski realizes that it is go time. He has to do this now.
Yeah, his mine ran out, which was a bit unfortunate for him. He's taking a couple of shots. He sees Mitoe's army. Mitoe's army is maybe a bit out of position. He's just getting another reinforcing batch of Wakinas, but they're kind of out of position. Cohenski nicely takes away like a small group of cavalry to go on the reinforcements, which is good. It's all going to come down to how long these dog soldiers live for, really. I can't tell. I think Mitoe's cleaning that up, but it's pretty close.
I think Cohenski might have this.
You might be right. The thing is, if all the tomahawks go down, like the forest prowlers will just drop. Kohenski he's got his cavalry on the right that he split off. He needs to bring them back in.
Yeah, he's got this one dog soldier sieging the war hunt for like forever.
Yeah.
Oh, and the last one has gone down.
Yeah, he brought it back in now. But yeah.
Oh, shame.
GG. I wonder if Cohenski with that had bought in the big button, because I don't know what's the time. It's about 13:37. I think you get 5 dog soldiers. So if he'd somehow managed to get the extra 1,500 food, because he has like about 1,000 resources banked right now. If he could have had them out with that army that he managed to remass, things could have gotten very interesting.
Yeah.
But I guess his timing would have been a bit later if he'd done that. So Mitoe would have had more anyway.
Yeah, but look, the only forest prowlers. And I was just going to say, like, imagine if he could have microed that one dog soldier that had been sieging the war hunt for like forever. If he had migrated to another place in the battle, would it have been different then?
It would have helped, but I mean, Mitoe's getting his second. I mean, that's a ballsy town centre, middle of the fight. Yeah, don't need the explorer anymore. Just drop the next TC. All right, I'm gonna quit out of this one, but pretty well played by Mitoe.
Yeah, I would have actually guessed that Sioux would win this battle, but Mitoe has won.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Like, I mean, if he got down the tomahawks like just a couple seconds early, then with just like a few more cavalry surviving, the forest prowlers would have melted. But it was Mitoe just had enough. And yeah, it's Cohenski to pick first. Say when locked, so we don't get any confusion.
And the Aztecs.
Oh yeah, as you were saying, right?
Keep forgetting to adjust the scores.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, anyway, as you were saying at the start of the series, Aztec Cohenski's main civ, so I guess it's no surprise that he's pulling it out for when he needs it. On the third map, Cascade Range.
And it might you chooses Dutch. Wow.
Yeah, this is it's a nice map for Dutch as well. They're less dependent on having a lot of hunts nearby. Like a lot of civs won't like Cascade Range just because of the lower density of hunts. But Dutch, since they're pretty coin heavy civ, they don't mind as much. And also, the other nice thing about Cascade Range is you get, I think it's about 4 berry patches in base. So even if you lose map control early on, you can gather safely 4,000 food off the berry patches. Even though it gathers a bit slow, it's just nice to have that against an aggressive civ.
Well, it's going to be really interesting for me to see how my favorite civ is going to hold out versus Aztec.
Yeah, there's a couple ways you can do this as Aztec. So we'll see what Cohenski does.
Okay, so we have Aztec in the south, and Cohenski is starting with a fire pit, and Mitoe is gathering up his coin crates and tasking his villagers to hunts.
Yeah, unfortunately for Cohenski, he had a coin start, which in this matchup favors Dutch a lot more than Aztecs. So you don't really want to be seeing that on the floor when you load in, but he's going to have to roll with it anyway. And yeah, they're just going to have to go around looking for these tier 1 treasures. I can't actually see... Where's Cohenski's explorer? Alright, so he's going to come across this 50 food here. That'd be nice for him. Looks like he already picked up a 50 food actually, because he's already converted one of the cougars.
Oh yeah. And there's lots of little coin treasures, which is actually better for Dutch than for Aztec.
Yeah, I'm wondering sometimes as Aztec you might want to like drop a market on this map if you start off with 100 coin, just because you know you're probably going to pick up about 50 coin just in coin treasures, and so you could buy back the 100 wood for the house. But I guess that's sometimes a little bit risky because you can't always guarantee you're going to pick up the coin. Looks like they might meet at this 40 wood.
Exactly.
I think he is a crack shot.
Yeah.
So he'd be able to go for this, but he's going to have to be really quick because
no! Oh. Yeah.
I think Cohenski still converted it, because did you see when the dead bear was on the floor, it gave it a blue color.
Oh, yeah, it did.
Yeah, so I think he's used up his nature friendship ability. I can't actually check that, but I think it'll be now on cooldown. The only decent thing is he gets the snare off on Jodocus Johansson.
Yeah, but still,
pronunciation.
I would be fuming right now.
Yeah. It's annoying, but it's not like it's the 90 wood. I think like 40 wood treasures you can kind of let it go. Oh, he breaks the snare as well. Mitoe did the melee trick. I find that really hard to pull off, but he actually broke the snare, and he re-engaged it just by walking over this den of musket rats. He's going to try and body block with the envoy. Oh, I see. He's because he's just clicked the age up. He was rearranging some of his resources. All right. Anyway, what I was meant to say at the start of this match is I think there's 2 ways Aztecs can do this. At least on a non-trading post map. With trading posts, you can do other cool things like controlling the map with stagecoach. But I think either you go for like a 10 warrior priest boom, and then you can hit some cool timings later on with the experience and all that great stuff. Or you just go balls in, rush straight off, which he might do. We got some villagers coming up here, and just try and break the Dutch, kill some villas, kill some houses, kill some banks, kill the other guy. It's always possible,
and especially deny these hunts, like in the center.
Yeah, Mike has been like really optimistic with trying to get. He's trying to get 2 hunts in. Actually, you can see that he's got the one on the left and the one on the south.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I mean, if he gets them in, fair play. He'll be able to use them. And he's actually harassing this villager. Like, this vill's taking a bit of damage. Cohenski will need to bring his explorer back, I think, I feel like this villager might die before the war hut goes up. I don't know. No, maybe it won't. Maybe it'll survive with like 20 HP. I'm just looking at the HP going down there. What do you reckon? Is it gonna die?
No, it's going to make it.
I don't know, man. It's gonna be close. He needed to bring his explorer back a bit sooner. I think that's gone now. He's that war hut, so he's gonna have to click it in so fast. No, it's dead. That's dead. Gee. Oh dear. Well, that one put you in a good mood, would it?
I totally did not expect that, but I didn't check the war hut. Yeah, the war hut still takes some time. Yeah.
Apparently, Cohenski didn't expect that either. If he did, he probably would have pulled his explorer back a bit sooner. I think it's just because players don't often see that. Usually you only like get worried if the other player gets a native treasure like a tomahawk or something.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think Mitoe knew?
What, that he would get the villager down?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so, or else he probably wouldn't have gone for it. I think you usually just start doing that just to be annoying, and you kind of assume that the other guy will pull his vil back or come back with the explorer or something. You don't assume that you're going to get the vil right off the bat, but occasionally you will. So nice.
Mitoe already's got 5 skirmishers out.
Yeah. Cohenski though, the coyotes, which do counter the skirms, but there aren't enough of the coyotes here. Like Mitoe can just get some TC. Did he? I didn't even see that. Oh, nice. So
kind of evens out.
Yeah.
At this point,
I'll be pleased with that.
Yeah, but he lost 1 coyote.
Yeah. I think Mitoe's forgotten about this villager that's gathering all the way out on the left here. But luckily for him, Cohenski, I don't think he scouted that in the fog of war. But it might just so happen that he'll run his army around there at some point. So he's going to have to be careful with that villager. Maybe we'll see him bring it back in. But he did sip 700 wood. That's going to allow him to get his infrastructure. I think he's going to drop another bank. Yeah, there goes the bank. He's got a stable going up right in the back, actually. This kind of seems a bit intentional that he wants to hide the stable, at least for a bit. Maybe force Cohenski into just going pure mace and coyote runner. And then, you know, like pop out 5 hussars, maybe the 3 from the town centre, and suddenly get like an 8 hussar swing. Where Cohenski's just completely unprepared, but just because he hasn't actually scouted the stable at the back. Oh, have you seen he's got a skirmisher stuck? Oh no. Oh, he's going to get killed now.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a little bit unfortunate there. But I mean, he's just got more skirms than Cohenski's mace. Well, actually, he's coming in with more mace now. I mean,
it feels that at this point it's too late already to move in.
Yeah, I mean, so Mitoe doesn't actually have any anti-cav right now, so Cohenski could potentially get a good trade. But you do have to be careful, like a Minutemen pop, TC fire, body blocking with vils. I reckon Mitoe probably has the skill to get a decent trade, even if he doesn't have any anti-cav here. But the longer he leaves it, like he's going to get a batch of 5 hussar, which will swing it even more. And he did actually pull this villager in on the side just in time as well, because these coyotes actually look like they would have found it. And he's now got the 8 pikemen as well. Just in time. Mitoe, I think he has to be a little careful. I think his army does great if he stays in his base. If he pushes out, he has to be a tiny bit careful. He does have the 5 hussars now, so I think that's kind of what's given him the confidence. But yeah, it seems that Mitoe actually has no intention of going up to age 3. Normally we see Dutch players like to go up to age 3, get out those Reuters. So actually, I guess that's why he's pushing out. He knows he's got no intention of going up to age 3. He just wants to get out big batches. But you have to be a little bit careful, because sometimes that's playing into Aztec's hands, really.
Yeah, but 5 hussars versus a few mace and coyotes.
Oh my god.
I think Mitoe should just go in and take this.
He's adding to his composition. Alright, yeah, this is the timing for it.
Such a troll's trap.
Yeah, he's shipped the 3 hussar, so he's got both unit shipments in. He's got the envoys that are going to tank so much. Right, let's see how this goes. The only thing not going for Mitoe is his anti-cav's a bit weak. He does have the 8 pikes, but they don't do amazingly versus coyotes. The pumas are getting a decent angle on the hussars. The explorer needs to get involved, maybe tank a few shots. The envoys haven't really done too much at the moment. They're a bit late to the party.
Yeah, they're a bit later.
Yeah, the mace, the envoys are doing good work now. The mace will be mostly focused on the hussars, and it looks like Mitoe might clean it up. Aztec Explorer got involved now, but the envoys are definitely tanking. The skirmisher mass has been left untouched. So yeah, I think Mitoe cleans that up and he wins. Yeah, no coming back from Cohenski there. Yeah, it's all gone. It's all gone.
Wow, and only one envoy died.
Well, they are pretty good at diplomacy. That's what they're supposed to be. Diplomatic envoys, right? They negotiated well with the Aztecs. And yeah, I mean, Cohenski's, I guess he could ship 5 coyotes, but even they're not going to do much. I don't see a way back in. There's the 5 villagers. He did train a batch of coyotes, but they're not going to do much because we've got the hussars now.
Yeah, they were just a tiny bit too late. Oh, indeed.
G to the G. Well played. Yeah, pretty convincing series there by Mitoe. Didn't look too vulnerable, I don't think. Oh, I guess the first game was pretty close, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah. The first game was the best.
Yeah. Cohenski definitely gave himself some chances there, but overall pretty convincing victory for Mitoe as he advances to the round
16, isn't it?
Round of 16, round of 8. I think it might be the round of 8. Yeah, this was a round of 16 game. There you go. So Mitoe, I believe, is the first player in the quarterfinals. My goodness, that's starting to get close.
It's kind of starting to get excited.
Yep.
Versus Mitoe, do we already know who's going to be against him?
No. Mitoe's he'd definitely be the first player into the round of 8, and I do not have the bracket available right now. I'd have to Alt Tab, which sounds like a lot of work right now. So yeah. Anyway, good games. I enjoyed them.